welcome back to my channel, Reclaiming Jen, where moms can take a break from the busy mom life and focus on their own needs, wants, and goals. On my channel, I usually talk about VIPKid and teaching online. In this video, I want to talk to you about your first unit assessment. It's your first unit assessment. You're checking out the slides and you're like, wow, what do I do? I'm here to help. Before we get on to that first video, I want to tell you that I have recently launched my new website. It's reclaimingjen.com, and on my new website you can find my free insider's guide. It's called my mock classified insider's guide, and this guide will help you pass your mock class, and it will help you pass your smart demo too. In this guide, I have provided you some of my own referrals feedback from their smart demo and their mock class. This is from the mock class mentors. If you're not sure what the mock class mentors are looking for, you're going to find out in these exclusive mock class and smart demo feedbacks. Some of my referrals passed the first time, so you'll see that feedback. And some of my referrals didn't pass their mock class the first time and had to try again. So that feedback is in there too, and you can see the difference from one to the other. So I want you to check that out. Go to reclaimingjen.com, scroll down a bit to find the mock classified insider's guide, and input your name and your email, and I will send that to you right away. Okay, moving on. Today's topic is your unit assessment, your first unit assessment. My son is playing Fortnite upstairs. I've asked him to be quiet. He's not listening. It's fine. Okay, so you've booked your first unit assessment. It's going to be fine. These are great. Okay, as soon as you get into the classroom to do your unit assessment, you are going to open the feedback. You just click. You can read the question. It gives you 3 options of how the child did when they completed the question, and you click. So while you're teaching the lesson, you're going to have the feedback open and you're going to fill it in as you go throughout the lesson. Now, you've looked at the slides and you see that there are over 50 slides. What do you do? How will you fit all that in 25 minutes? Don't panic. A lot of these slides are filler slides. So they will say, level 1, click. It will give you the map. You will click past that one. Let's go, and you go. Meg or Mike, you give the student the option of which character they would like to be, and you click next slide. Okay, so most of these slides are filler slides. When you're reviewing the material, you want to go to the end and you can see where the goodbye slide is, because the goodbye slide is not always the last or the second last slide in the unit assessments, because sometimes they give us extra slides in case we're finished early and then we can continue to practice. So they're extension slides. So check those out so you know where the goodbye slide is, how many slides exactly that you need to get through, and this will help you. So let's talk about pacing. You want to pace your unit assessment accordingly. Okay, I kind of like to think, okay, the halfway mark of the unit assessment, 25 slides. So I want to be on 25 slides by the time I get to 13 minutes, give or take, okay? Now some kids are going to zip through these unit assessments. The kid's going too fast, the student's going too fast. What are you going to do? Okay, stop, calm down, ask them a question. John, what do you see? I see a soccer ball. Yes. Do you play soccer? Yes. John, where do you play soccer? Okay, you can ask extension questions when the student is going really fast and knows all the things. And if you get someone who is slowly going through the questions, then you want to make sure you know what the slide objective is. And once you get to that slide objective, move along. For instance, there may be a question that says, have the student name 4 to 6 vehicles. Well, once that student has named 4 vehicles, awesome, great job, move along, because they have completed that slide objective. So you want to move along so you can get through all of the questions. Backing up there a little bit about pacing. When you're first getting to know the student, perhaps it's a new student to you, you want to get to know the student. You want to listen to their level of English proficiency, and that will help you to know whether you're going to scaffold up or scaffold down the lesson. Okay, next up, reward. For your first unit assessment or most unit assessments, I just use a pretty simple reward. I sometimes use Stars to Apples digital rewards. If you're not sure about what Stars to Apples is, I have a video, and I would love for you to check it out. This is a digital app that you can download. It is not free. It is $9.99 US and $13.99 Canadian, a one-time fee. It is not a monthly thing. I waited 6 months until I invested in the Stars to Apples app, so that's something to consider too. So a reward that I might do, emojis, okay, or dogs. You get a dog, good job, woof, 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 and a star. Don't forget to reward those stars, okay? There are 5 stars that are in the digital classroom, and you want to give out all those stars. I usually give 1 star out for each level. Woohoo! Level 2, you did it! And I will give them a star and a reward. Another thing you should know about unit assessments is that they come in lesson 6 and lesson 12. Okay, and lesson 6 is in the middle of the unit, and oftentimes it will have a review before you get to the unit assessment. So you want to make sure, review the slides to find out if you need to review first. Sometimes I've run into an issue where a student is going very slowly through the review, and I really have to book it to get through the unit assessment. So this is something to consider as well. Lesson 12. The students are asked to do a project, a final project in lesson 12. So it's the culmination of the whole unit, and in lesson 12, the first part of the unit assessment is their project. Now, candidly, a lot of the students don't do the project. From what I've gathered over my year of teaching, it's just not the biggest priority when they have so much homework and schoolwork. It gets a little pushed down the line. Don't be surprised if they don't have a project, but here's what you can do when they don't. Okay, I usually say, oh, do you have a final project? No? Okay, let's do one together. And we will quickly talk about one of the projects, okay? You can easily see sometimes it's sight words, just putting them in sentences, so we will do maybe 2 or 3 sentences together. Make a sentence for the word go, and they will make a sentence with that word. I usually like to do it at the beginning of the class. Some teachers will wait till the end, and if they have time at the end of class, they will do it together. They'll do the final project together with the student at the end of class. And I have tried it this way, but to be frank, I have forgotten about the final project when I've gotten to the end, and I'll just extend with them or play a game with them, and then I'll say goodbye, and I will realize that I did not talk about the final project when we had time. So now I do it at the beginning. So if they did not submit a final project, we talk about it at the beginning, and then you can, I usually click that they got the full marks for it. Okay, so you can read some other opinions about the final project and VIPKid's stance on it as well, but that's what I do with mine. And you have made it to the end of your unit assessment, and it says congratulations, woo woo, and I give out all the stars, and you congratulate that student. Keep in mind, they've definitely finished the unit, so that's a great reason to celebrate. And then you can also keep an eye on whether they've finished a level, because that's a huge thing, is if they've finished level 2, now they're going to level 3. This is a, I mean, if you want to make a good impression, you can have a real celebration for them. Now, the class has ended, you said goodbye, thank you, see you next time, and now you want to make sure you get your feedback done. So you've clicked through all of those things during class. You can go back and double check if you want, and then there's a comment section at the end. So you'll want to fill in the comments, congratulating the student for completing the unit. If it's your first class and it's a new student, you want to say how much you'd love to see that student again. These are all great things to put in your feedback for your unit assessment. All right, that is the end of this video. I hope it helps you get through your first unit assessment. Thank you again for watching on my channel. Click like, click subscribe, click the bell. These help me bring more videos your way. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Goodbye. And don't forget to visit my website, reclaimingjen.com, and grab your mock classified insider's guide.